Do you know that you'll become, I suppose, under more fire verbally or physically, though, because of the fact you've taken a bit of a stand and people might think in some ways it affects your game or takes your mind off the core task?
No, I don't feel that way.
Danny, I'll just take you back a step on that one. There was a lot of public comment that perhaps, not to advocate one thing or the other, that you should have left it out on the field. How do you respond to those people?
All I'll say on the whole stuff that happened a few weeks ago is I've read the reports that you guys have, all that everyone's been writing. You guys haven't written down everything that was said. Me and Will were the only ones that were really there the whole time, and I know there was more said, and I reacted because I didn't feel that was. How could you say? I didn't feel that was sort of something that should be brought up, in a game of football. And no, I reacted. Things have taken their course, and that's it. I left it with that.
Have you spoken? A call from him, a personal apology?
No, I haven't had a call from him, but I've contacted their family, and we'll just leave it at that.
When you say you contacted his family, we're all guessing that's his brother through the link that put on.
I've contacted his family, and we'll just leave it at that. Yeah. So I've expressed my feelings, and I've moved on.
Do you need an apology from him, do you think?
As long as he realises what he said, is not going to be tolerated, then that's it. That's all that needs to be said, and that's all that needs to be done.
So just to clarify, so we don't misinterpret you or anything like this, but for accuracy's sake, you've basically said that what's been reported as alleged to what was said, in fact, actually what was said was worse than what we've all said.
I won't say which one. I've read a report. It had half of what was said was written down, and in the report it was left as that was the only thing that was said, and that's not true. It's not the case, and I've moved on. But as I said, I've contacted them, and I've spoken to his family and just sort of said my piece, and we're all lovey-dovey now.